I know this is kind of a weird way to start an adventure video, but being that we share so much of our lives to you in these videos, I wanted to follow up on the last video where we myself and our little puppy Rooster started our 6-day solo trip through the Sonoran Desert. And in that video, I talked about when we got home that Rooster was scheduled for heart surgery because we got her knowing that she had a heart condition. And so we had her heart surgery scheduled for basically as soon as we got home from that trip. We got home on Monday and Thursday was her surgery. And so that video came out right after her surgery. And in that video, I shared with you that she didn't make it. And I've still got 4 more videos from that series to edit. I'm working on this video right now. And so I just wanted to give you that context as you're watching this video and you see Rooster with me on this trip. She was an amazing pup, and this whole Sonoran Desert series is dedicated to Rooster. So, thanks for watching.
Good morning.
Good morning from the southwest Arizona desert. Sonoran Desert to be exact. And if you aren't up to speed on how and why I'm here, Kara and Danielle are down in the Imperial Sand Dunes in Southern California doing their Rebel Rally training for 7 days. And I came down here with them. I started yesterday in the southeast corner of California. Camped there the night before that. Made my way east. Got here last night. The plan today is just to continue exploring. I know it shouldn't take me too long. I'm going to enter the Kofa Wildlife Refuge, which super pumped about that. And I don't know if I'll spend all day in there. I don't know if I'll camp in there. I don't know. This is a trip with no agenda other than to explore and just soak it all in. We had such an amazing time down here in the desert, now 4 weeks ago, real time, that I wanted to come back with Karen and Danielle, and while they were doing their thing, I was going to do my thing. And so where'd you go? Me and Rooster are, Rooster, drop it. Drop it. Ah. Good girl. Good girl. Me and Rooster are just out exploring. So that's the plan. I'm gonna just finish getting packed up, and then we'll head out of here. Alrighty. There you go. I just realized that I shut your bone up in the tent. I'm sorry. I have to go get it.
5 minutes later.
Here you go. There you go. Let's go. All right, we're off. Let today's journey begin. I'm super pumped about this one, just because I know I'm going into Kofa, and I've seen other videos of the Kofa Wildlife Refuge, and beautiful. I know it's there to protect bighorn sheep, so fingers crossed I'll get to see some of those. But what I'm most excited about is just the unknown. And that's what separates this trip from my previous desert trips and videos. Is those we were on a timetable, we were with friends, you know, Brad and Regina in Anza Borrego, Epic Family Road Trip, and on the El Camino del Diablo. And each one of those trips we had certain things we wanted to see. We had a specific end time that we had to be done with the trip. And that is a certain type of trip that I do love and enjoy. But this is my favorite kind of trip because there is no agenda other than to explore and see what I can find, try to get to camp early. That's the point of this. Got this one little technical section here that I enjoyed doing yesterday, so we'll see how it is going the other way. Well, yesterday coming in here, that was the only time I needed four-wheel drive all day. And that's fine because it's there when I need it. And the point of these types of trips are not to conquer technical terrain. Those trips definitely have their place, and I love those trips, but this is not one of those trips. This is exploration and just seeing amazing things. And if in the exploration we hit technical sections, then boom, we can conquer those, or we can evaluate them and reroute if I feel like it's too risky, because we are in the desert, we are solo. There's not a lot of people out wandering around these trails. There was no one here last night. Like, didn't hear a soul, not a vehicle, not a nothing. So I always want my viewers to know you can do this without a, you know, super built vehicle. Everything I did yesterday, a stock four-wheel drive would have done just fine, and you would have had an amazing time until you got to there. And then there were other places you could camp and you didn't have to go there. So just be mindful of that. Like right there to the right, you can go camp over there. That was one of my options yesterday. Nice and flat, absolutely zero technicality to get here. Actually, I just shifted back into two-wheel drive. So just know that's the point of this. I am being mindful that I am by myself in the desert, in an unknown area, completely unknown terrain, and definitely having the mindset of, I gotta drive this home. But if my wife has to get an SOS text and has to come rescue me and leave her training, she's not gonna be, because I did something stupid, she's not gonna be a happy wife, and I don't blame her. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about the Colorado River that just boils up the sense of adventure in me. I mean, I've seen it at its headwaters in Rocky Mountain National Park. I've, of course, seen it in Utah, around Moab, and now here. This is before, this is after it has carved and done its amazing work in the Grand Canyon. There's just something about the Colorado River that just says adventure, and it gets me excited. Wish I had my paddleboard with me so I could just, you know, take a little trip on the Colorado. That is something that Rooster has not experienced yet, that her brother Goose has. He's really good on the paddleboard, so we're gonna have to get Rooster acclimated to the paddleboards later this year. But yeah, if I had my paddleboard, we'd give it a go. Saw this old cabin up here with a sign marker. Thought I'd come check it out. I don't know what this is. Some old log cabin. The Cibola Cabin, built in 1910 as a second home. River overflowed, no possible to live on the valley floor. Old dog trot cabin. Huh. I think it's seen better days. Definitely a fixer-upper. While I'm cruising these dirt roads to get to the next trailhead into BLM land and get to Kofa, wanted to just put a reminder out there for the More Expo. By the time this video comes out, More Expo will be 4 weeks away, I think, somewhere around in there. It's mid-April, and if you don't have your tickets to the More Expo yet, get them. There's a link and a discount code for 10% off, whether you're just coming for the day or you're doing the whole VIP camping experience. Doesn't matter, the code works, saves you 10% off everything. But come, it is an incredible expo in Springfield, Missouri, right in the middle of the US, so no matter where you are, I mean, it's not hard to get to. We're going to be there, rigs are going to be on display, we'll be hanging out, I'll be teaching guide GPS classes, so come join. And if you need the tickets, link in the description, code, all that things. All right, we're back on trail, and looks like we are jumping on a portion of the Arizona Peace Trail, which is kind of cool. I definitely want to come back at some point and do all of the Arizona Peace Trail. Glad to know I'm on part of it now, because I think that'd be fun. It's like 700 and something miles long. Like, it'd take a long time to do it, but it sounds like it would be awesome, because you go from the desert up into the mountains, so you got to be prepared for all the weathers. I'm not going up into the mountains on this trip because I'm not prepared for all the weathers. Seeing what this looks like on the drone image, I mean, it just really puts into perspective how vast and desolate the desert is. And to think that you're all alone out here. Not saying it's the smartest thing I've ever done, but if you want to get away from people, this is a good place to do it. You know, you go to places like Colorado and Utah, and I mean, you see people all over the place. I really think Arizona is highly underrated as an off-roading and especially overlanding destination. I mean, this has got some sweet terrain, places to camp, things to see, history. It's quite awesome. It's crazy how much land the U.S. military owns down here in the deserts. All day yesterday, I was skirting the edge and kind of cutting in and out of corners of a huge military land in California. The whole time we were on the El Camino del Diablo a few weeks ago. Started with the, what do they call it? Bombing area, laser range area that you just get to drive through. Now we're on the Yuma Proving Grounds, which is a huge area, and we're just cutting through the northern corner of it. But it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And some of it we just get to drive through. I want to see, you know, bombs being dropped in the distance. This is the Yuma Proving Ground, so I mean, it makes me wonder, what are they proving? What they got to prove? They need to improve their road. That's what they need to do, because it's very rough. It's not nice soft sand. It's not fun technical. It's just rough. So the Yuma Proving Ground needs to improve the road. And prove that they can do that. That'd be great. I'm officially off military land. I'm excited. Expansive BLM land now that is just camping galore for RVers and boondockers and van lifers. There's people out there. I mean, all this, we're out there, all this huge flat area. This is definitely not a location that I want to camp. This is too people-y. We're actually not far from the interstate from here. That's probably why. There's actually I think it's just an exit with gas, maybe a little town. Just not far from here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and top off with gas. I do think it is wise when you're doing this type of trip. When there's opportunity to get gas, get gas. Even if it means, you know, a few miles out of the way, you never know what you're getting into and how far it may be to the next gas station. So I'm going to take an opportunity to get gas, and it just happens to be lunchtime, and I'm sure there will be a place to grab a burger. So that's the plan.
Would you like starter pretzel baconator?
No, thank you.
What can I get started for you today?
I'd like a son of baconator.
Okay, combo?
No, I do want small fries. I don't need a drink.
Okay.
And on that, everything except tomato with extra mayonnaise. A Wendy's and a gas station like a mile from the dirt? Heck yeah. This is much better than the sandwich I was going to make. I like this kind of overlanding. Great. All right, we are out of that van life RV boondocking area and now in new territory. And it's time to head toward those mountains and Kofa Wildlife Refuge. I won't be able to fly the drone here either, but that's okay. I think it's more interesting and I don't have to. Because you're not allowed to fly drones in national wildlife areas. That's just the rules. Whoever's maintaining these roads could teach a thing or two to the people in the Yuma Proving Grounds area. These people know how to do it right. All right, let's go. This looks amazing. I did just encounter a herd of side-by-sides going the other way. Hopefully I won't encounter anyone else while I'm out here. But this already looks awesome. A little slower going, but I don't care because the terrain looks amazing. Love it. We're getting into more cactus, starting to see more saguaros. I did actually say it not right that time in the whole El Camino del Diablo video. I was saying the G, and apparently the G is silent. It's not saguaros, it's saguaros. So there you go. Got it right this time. I'm pumped because the next section of this Arizona Peace Trail that I'm on goes right between the mountains. Doesn't go around them, it goes right through them. This section of trail is awesome. I love this. Just being down here in this little valley through the mountains. This big saguaro's next to us. All the green ocotillos shooting up. It's not boring to look at. I love it. gotta say, the Arizona Peace Trail has redeemed itself with this section. I was worried going through that military land, but this makes up for it because this is fun and it's technical enough and it's beautiful through this area, and I am just loving it so much. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like with water flowing through these low sections. It might be impassable then, I don't know. But we'll definitely make it more interesting. Wow, made it. That was freaking awesome and way more intense than I expected, and really glad that my Jeep is built the way that it is. Hang on. There we go. Oh, that would have been really rough in a stock vehicle. Like real rough. And the hardest section I didn't film because I was just so focused on driving. But that's why the Gladiator's built the way that it is, so I get stuff like that and I don't have to turn around. Definitely more than I expected to get into on this trip. And being solo. Not saying I would recommend that, but all is well. Whew, that was intense. That's fun. I like that section a lot. And now I'm obviously back on just normal dirt road. In just a minute, the Arizona Peace Trail is going to cut north. I'm going to continue on east to Kofa. And it is just after 2 o'clock, so I'm starting to get into find camp mindset. And looks like I've got a couple spots marked shortly after I get into the wildlife refuge, so hopefully that'll go well. That last trail made Rooster real tired. She's constantly getting up and down every time I get out of the Jeep to set up a camera. She wanted to know what I was doing. And now she's real tired. Poor baby. Beautiful view from here. Wow. I mean, minus the power lines. I've turned off the main dirt road that goes through this section. That's, they say, is safe for all vehicles. And onto one of the four-wheel drive tracks. I'm already surprised at how many campsites I'm seeing along the trails. Quite a few. Nobody in them, yay. But I wouldn't really want to camp right beside the road like these two spots are here. But if there's no traffic on the road, who cares? It is 3:15, so I've still got, I'd say, a good hour and 15 15 minutes. I'd love to find camp by 4:30. Have a little time to relax. Just kind of chill with Rooster before the sun goes down, and then cook dinner and stuff. But I also have no agenda, so if I don't find one, that I really like by then, I got time to keep looking. I don't think any of the roads in Kofa are any worse than this. So I should be able to make decent time and just see what I want to see. And right now, I sure do love those jagged peaks over there. Looks like I'm heading right for them. Absolutely love these fields of teddy bear cactus. I don't remember the official name. Regina told me, but teddy bear cactus is what stuck, or cuddly bear cactus, one of the two. But they're just the neatest little cactus. And they grow and then they drop off little babies, and then little babies stick to animals and people and go somewhere else, and they make more babies. They're just the coolest looking cactus, and they're real cute. They almost look fuzzy, but don't touch one because those suckers hurt real bad. The cuteness, do not let it fool you. I'm currently exploring a dead-end spur looking for that slam dunk epic campsite. I did find a really nice one just a little bit ago, but I just want to press on and actually get in these mountains and see what's back here. I did find a very nice campsite, but there was another person camped maybe 200 yards away, and that was a little too peoply for me, so I thought I would explore this track and get deeper into these mountains. And I don't figure there'll be any traffic down this dead end road. Fingers crossed. I mean, I've already found one, and I will stay there if I don't find anything else. Wish there was a campsite tucked in there, but there's not. There's a sign down here that says no vehicles allowed. Went about halfway down the dead end spur and found this. I think it will do very nicely. It does have a small fire ring, which I might actually put to use later. There's enough dead tree stuff around here. Should be good. But I think this is just beautiful. I think this will do nicely. I showed this in the last video, but I didn't go into detail, so I thought I would on this one. This is the new hammock outpost, vehicle mounted hammock stand. So if you are out in the desert or on the beach or any place where there's no trees and you love to hammock camp or have a hammock at camp, this is an incredible solution. It's not perfect. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, this right here, this is mesh. And so when you've got it in the back of your truck, all the dust gets in here, which isn't like a huge deal, but I mean, that's real dusty. So I wish this were not mesh and could seal the dust out a little bit better. It is also, I think, bigger and heavier than it needs to be. I mean, it is definitely well designed, and it's very strong. But I don't know. I feel like there's some things they could have done to make it a little more compact. Maybe include more extensions, maybe 4 instead of 3. More extensions here so the legs could be shorter. Just coming up with ideas. I'm sure their engineers did a fantastic job. But it's real simple. I mean, you just unfold the legs, then you attach the 3 arms. There's 1. Excuse me, 2 arms. And then this is brilliant, and it just fits in that little ball. And if you need to lock it in place, you can slide that in there. I usually don't, because that's not going anywhere. But I think this little simple design here is brilliant. So even though it does have its flaws, like this is version 1.0, I think this is going to be, I think this is going to go with me, especially anytime I'm out west. I think I'm just going to bring this with me. If I'm at home in the Ozarks, I can just use trees, but there are no trees to string a hammock between down here. So this is great. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Feels amazing out here. There we go. Hammock in the desert. Gotta love it. The other thing that I'm using for the first time on this trip that I am now in love with is the new Click Riviera chair. This is it. I've been using Click chairs for a couple of years now. The original, fantastic, super small, lightweight, comfortable. Then switched to their bigger lounge chair, which had a little head pillow and stuff on it. I like that one a lot, but it broke in the really cold temperatures of our January trip in the Ozarks, and they just came out with this one, which is kind of in between. It's packed smaller than the lounge and doesn't have the headrest and everything, but it is the same format as the original, but has this nice canvas seat. And this is the best chair they've ever made. It sits you a little bit taller. The back is nice and wide. It's super comfy. So, new favorite chair, Click Riviera. I'll put links to both of these in the description, because I know I always get asked for them anyway. But yeah, I love this chair. It's my new favorite. For dinner tonight, I'm gonna have these little pinwheels, ready-made, that I picked up at Kroger. I think they will be quite yummy. And then with those, just mashed potatoes. But they're made better by mixing in this little herb cream cheese stuff. Fancy. Not really. Pretend fancy. But delicious. I showed this setup in the last video. It's the new whole cookware set from Gerber Gear. And it's really freaking awesome. Like, this is good quality stuff. I think it's too big though. I wish they made a smaller set, smaller skillet, smaller pan, or smaller pot. Because, I mean, unless I'm cooking for a family of 4, which I'm usually not at camp, these are too big. Like I said, very high quality, like super awesome stuff to cook with, but it's just too big. And not great. Like, I don't know where the cheese went. All melted in a pan, I guess. And the steak is, I mean, it was a pre-made sirloin from Kroger. What did I expect? Oh well, I mean, it'll eat. Mashed potatoes are excellent. That's the winner right there. Well, I think that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I had a blast today. Kind of got off to a rocky start, but ended really, really well. So tomorrow I'm going to continue heading through the Kofa Wildlife Refuge, heading east. I will get out of that and keep on going through the BLM land, maybe some national forest, can't remember. But super pumped to see what I find tomorrow. Today ended up being really good, so I'm optimistic. If you would, please subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get notified when those uploads happen. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, oh, hold on. Come here. Okay, Rooster wants to say goodbye too. If you're interested in supporting the channel, gain access to special events, special content, all of our GPS data, including everything that I'm doing on this trip, routes and waypoints and campsites and all that stuff, check out the Patreon link in the description. And for Ozark Overland Adventures merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. We will see you for us tomorrow, for you next week. Come back. Bye.